Welcome back to the channel. I reviewed a lot of video doorbells, and most are a remix. One boasts more pixels, another adds a second package camera, and nearly all wear an AI badge like a scout patch. So why look at the SwitchBot video doorbell? Well, because it does the usual things well, and then it delivers two genuinely standout features. If you want to know what they are, keep watching. Here's what we'll cover. I'll unbox it and tell you exactly what you find in the box, walk you through every feature, highlighting those killer trick features, set it up, and finish with pros, cons, and who I think this doorbell is for and why. So if that sounds good to you, hit that like button, ring that bell, and let's see what the SwitchBot video doorbell is all about. I'll be reviewing the SwitchBot video doorbell. Quick heads up, before you dive on in, if you're chasing maximum value, SwitchBot offer bundle options that pair the doorbell with the Lock Ultra and either the keypad touch with the integrated fingerprint recognition or the face recognition accessories. That combo lets you see who's at the door, talk to them, and unlock, end to end from within a single ecosystem. Great bang for your buck. Back to the doorbell itself. In the box, you'll find the video doorbell unit, which measures 131mm tall, 65mm wide, and 30mm deep. The enclosure is UVA resistant ABS with an IP65 rating, meaning it's dust tight and protects against low pressure water jets, so it should shrug off any heavy rain and storm splashes. Up top, you get the 940 nanometer infrared LEDs, which are invisible to the naked eye from night illumination, plus a PIR motion sensor to detect visitors as they approach. Below this sits four high brightness white LEDs to light the area, the microphone pinhole, and a camera module. The doorbell button lives down at the bottom, nice and obvious. Flip the unit and underneath you see twin grills for the speakers. Between them is a rubberized covered plastic protector for a USB-C port, used to charge the internal 5000 mAh battery. The battery is built in and is not user replaceable. Around the back there are some rubber plugs guarding the main power switch, with a reset button just above it. At the lower rear edge is a further rubber cover that hides the screw terminals for hard wiring to existing doorbell power. Important note, these terminals are for power only. The doorbell does not have a legacy mechanism chime. On the left side, top and bottom are two metal mounting lugs that mate with the mounting plate. They help the unit snap on and lock securely in place. There's also a small latch button near the top left. Clever engineering that lets the doorbell detect when it's properly docked and locked into the plate. Mounting hardware is generous. You get two brackets, one flat and one at 15-degree wedge for angled installs. You get 3M VHB tape for temporary placement, a drilling mounting plate, assorted screws and anchors, and a USB-C charging cable. Now for the first of those killer features, the indoor color LCD display. This is a dedicated in-home monitor that rings and shows you live video when somebody presses the doorbell. No phone is required. It measures 125mm wide and 125mm tall and 29mm deep, with two large glove-friendly buttons along the bottom to answer or reject calls. Above them are four smaller controls. Left to right is live view, call, lock, unlock when paired with a SwitchBot lock, and menu. There's a status indicator to the left and a microphone pinhole to the right. A speaker grill along the left edge and a micro USB port to the right, with a reset pinhole sits just below it. On the back you'll find a kickstand for desk placement. Remove the rear cover and you'll see keyhole lugs that align with the wall bracket. A template is included, plus screw terminals for permanent low voltage power, 120 to 240 volts, via the main supplied 1.5 meter lead. Remember, if you're wiring this to the mains, please be careful or use a licensed electrician. And now for the second killer feature, the optional solar panel. This isn't a token postage stamp size panel, it's a proper size, separately mounted so you can place it where the sun actually is. The panel measures 169mm by 116 by 14mm and ships with its own adjustable mount, plus an integrated cable for roughly up to 3 meters. In full sun, it outputs 600 milliamps at 5 volts, which is ample to keep the doorbell topped up continuously, even in those less than ideal conditions. So you can run battery only with no mains and never have a flat battery pack. Overall, the doorbell strikes a good balance. Compact enough to be discreet, large enough to have some serious hardware. The display is bright, easy to read, and the controls are big enough to jab with your elbow or even your nose when your hands are messy. If you add the Lock Ultra and an access accessory, you've got a seamless see, speak, unlock flow in one ecosystem, which is exactly what most people want from a smart entryway. Alright, let's talk about the SwitchBot video doorbell with the indoor display and optional solar panel, because it's genuinely stacked with useful features. You're getting a full 2K camera with crystal clear 165-degree ultra-wide field of view in a 16:9 aspect ratio, so faces and details stay sharp. At night you can choose full color with the white LEDs or go discreet with the 940 nanometer infrared. Either way, you still see what matters. You get two-way audio, works just fine as an intercom so you can chat naturally with whoever is at the door. And if you're busy, you can fire one of those preset quick replies to keep things moving. Power is flexible, which I love. The indoor display can run on mains power or low voltage, while the outdoor unit can run purely on its internal battery, which is rated at 570 days in the ideal conditions. And add the optional solar panel to keep it topped up indefinitely, or hardwire low voltage and forget about it. The doorbell talks to the indoor display over a secure local connection that's RTSP-based, so even if your router or the internet drops out, the chimes and live view can keep working. Put it online and you can unlock remote viewing, low latency two-way talk, and if you pair it with the SwitchBot Lock Ultra, you can even unlock the door remotely right from the same app. Storage is handled sensibly. The display includes a 4GB microSD card out of the box and is upgradable to 512GB, enough for roughly 3,500 events, stored locally with no mandatory subscriptions. If you want off-site backups, cloud storage is available for a modest fee. And for smart home tie-ins, it plays nicely with Amazon Alexa and Google Home for announcements and voice control. Home Assistant isn't supported yet, but given it's a local architecture and RTSP underpinning, I'm hopeful. Overall, sharp 2K video, proper night options, resilient local operation, flexible power including solar, and private subscription-free storage that can scale if you want. That's a solid package. Installation is genuinely straightforward. So simple my 14-year-old could handle it and helped me. Start by choosing your mounting spot for the doorbell, ideally just below head height, avoiding aiming at light-colored walls as they can blow out your exposure. Also remember to keep it out of direct sunlight where possible. If you're only testing the placement, use the included 3M adhesive temporary pads. For permanent installs, use the printed template to mark out your holes, drill them, insert the supplied wall plugs, and fit either the flat bracket Kit A or the 15-degree wedge Kit B if you need to angle the camera towards the approaching path. To attach the doorbell, align the two metal locating lugs on the back with the bracket. Press it into place, then slide to the right until you hear a reassuring click. To remove it, use the included release pin. Press into the side release port to disengage the latch, then slide the unit off. If you're adding the solar panel, mount it where it gets consistent direct sunlight and route the integrated 3-meter USB-C cable neatly to the doorbell, securing it along the way for a clean and professional look. The indoor display can simply sit on your desk using the built-in kickstand. No install needed. If you'd rather wall mount it, use the included template to mark and drill, and then secure to the wall plate. Then slide the display onto the place and tidy up the power cables so it drops straight without a pinch. And as always, if you're drilling near wiring or considering mains connection, kill the power and use a licensed electrician. Alright, I'm assuming that you've already downloaded the SwitchBot app and created your account. Open the app and tap the plus icon in the top right, then choose Add Device. The app will scan for nearby SwitchBot Bluetooth devices, so make sure your video doorbell is powered on and close to your phone so that it appears on the list, then select it. Now plug in the indoor video display. This acts as a bridge between the doorbell and your router for remote access. When the display is powered up, press and hold the two large buttons on the front at the bottom for about 2 seconds until you hear the voice prompt confirming the pairing mode. If you haven't already, power on the outdoor doorbell unit. In the app, press Connect Device. Keep your phone and the indoor display and the doorbell close together during this step. You'll see green check marks appear as each link is established. When prompted for the Wi-Fi, pick your 2.4 GHz network. 5 GHz isn't supported. Enter the password and continue. Name your outdoor unit, assign it to a room or create a new one, and tap Start Using. From here, the app walks you through the physical installation and will automatically check for and apply any firmware updates. If Discovery stalls, make sure your Bluetooth and your location are enabled on your phone and move the device closer together and try again. If you've been following my SwitchBot Play series, you already know your way around the app. So I'll skip the standard stuff and jump straight into what matters for the video doorbell. Head into the video doorbell settings and you'll see NFC first. You can register NFC cards and, more importantly, NFC enabled phones. Just tap the plus icon and follow the prompts. Super quick, and it means you can tap to trigger actions without opening the app. Next up are quick replies. You've got 5 slots that you can autoplay when the doorbell button is pressed, or you can record your own for up to 10 seconds. It's great when you're busy and you just want the door to speak for you. Motion detection is where most of the fine-tuning lives. You can switch it off entirely to stretch out your battery life if you're running the doorbell purely on internal battery pack. If you keep it on, you can choose what gets recorded. Humans only are the free tier, or add vehicles and pets if you want to opt into the cloud plans for just $5.99 per month. You can schedule when motion detection is active and define the areas you want to monitor. Right now, the zone editor uses a reference frame rather than a live camera still, which is a bit of a miss, and I'm hoping SwitchBot updates this so that you can draw zones on the actual view. Sensitivity runs from 1 to 10, and in my testing, 1 picked up roughly within 1 meter and 10 reached out to 12 meters, so you can dial it in for a tight porch or a wide driveway. You can also set how long it records for after triggering, anywhere from 5 to 60 seconds. Just remember, longer clips cost more battery. The re-trigger interval is adjustable from 5 to 60 seconds also, so you can avoid back-to-back clips if the scene stays busy. There's an optional detection sound that you can play for 5 to 30 seconds, plus separate durations for the monitor alarm and the doorbell alarm from 1 to 10 seconds if you want a louder deterrent. And when it's time to take the outdoor unit down for a charge, don't forget to temporarily disable the remove alarm so your phone doesn't blow up with tamper alerts. So the SwitchBot video doorbell, what do I think? First off, hats off to SwitchBot for delivering what feels to be the first truly always on battery powered video doorbell solution. The optional solar panel here is the secret sauce. Sure, one day I'd love to see a fully integrated solar panel, but until then, a reliable, properly sized external panel that keeps the battery topped up, even in those gloomier climates, is a very welcome addition. If you're using it somewhere with less sun, drop your experience in the comments below. I'm keen to hear how it fares where you are. The included indoor unit is another win. You don't have to reach for your phone or your iPad just to see who's at the door. It's that old school screen by the entry idea, but modern crisp image, clear audio, and at a price that makes sense. Add in the tighter integration with the broader SwitchBot ecosystem, especially the excellent Lock Ultra, and you've got a very compelling smart entry setup. See, speak, unlock from one ecosystem. That's exactly how it should be. Now, a few caveats. The outdoor unit cannot be too far away from the indoor display. On paper, it's about 10 meters, but in real life, I found it was closer to 5, thanks to the proprietary video link that can limit where you place each device. Video quality from the doorbell itself is very good, and I was particularly impressed with the white balance, but the vertical field of view is a bit too tight. It won't reliably show parcels that are within about 1.5 meters of the wall, so you can't always do the quick package check glance. And no Home Assistant support yet, which is disappointing from a power user. The documentation does refer to RTSP, which in theory should enable a local feed, but I couldn't find any clear instructions how to make this work. If you cracked it, please share your steps in the comments below. Taking the pros and cons together, I still rate this as a solid recommendation, providing it matches your layout and needs. If you enjoyed the video, then hit that like button, comment and share. And if you want more content like this, subscribe or become a channel member for early access plus extra perks. For deeper discussions, why not join the Discord channel? It's full of smart home folks helping each other out. And if I've helped you make a buying decision, then maybe a super thanks or a PayPal donation. It's really appreciated. Until the next one.